today we are going to see about the CR tickets. Okay, so there are different types of CR tickets are there. Okay, so if we generalize it, or we can say it on a general mode, so there will be a standard CR will be there. Standard CR means directly you can maintain the data, or you can do the changes directly in the production system. Okay, so you're able to hear me, right?
Yes, sir. Now hearing. Earlier
Okay.
voice was breaking.
Yes, yes, that's why I just asked, because there
Hmm.
is little bit issue with the network. So just let me know once you're able to just if you're unable to catch, or sometime if you missed voice, just let me know. Okay.
Sure.
So okay, so CR tickets are basically, if we categorize as a general, so it will be three types of CRs will be there. First one will be standard CR, or sometimes it is called as a SR ticket also. Okay, service request, or let's say a CR, standard CR. Okay, so standard CR is basically, let's say, directly you can do it in the production system. There is no involvement of other systems are there. Let's say you want to update some of the data. Let's say we have already discussed how to close a PO, how to change some ERS indicator, and how to open a period, how to close a period. So these kind of things, this will come under a standard CR. Okay, or this is a SR process. So if they're asking you these kind of things to do, so this will be coming under a standard CR or SR process. Okay, so how you are going to work on this SR or CR process, standard CR process. Okay, there is a process of work, as you have already um, like someone has already shared that they will be asking the CR handling process. So this is a very important process. Likewise, if you are like in the support project, if you are explaining the ticket handling process, you have to explain the CR handling process also. Okay, so in the CR handling, what needs to be done? So first thing, if that is a standard CR, so for the standard CR, there will be a templates will be there, how you can perform it. Okay, standard CR means standard CR or SR, there will be standard templates will be there, means there will be work instructions will be there, how you can do it, how you can change it, everything will be there. Okay, so first, whenever you are getting a CR, there will be a approval process. Okay, whenever there is a CR, there will be a approval process, because you are changing some of the data. Okay, so first, either your service owner or your service delivery manager, who is responsible or who is a part of your change approval team. Okay, so they will be approving the CR. So once some CR will be come to your queue, directly you cannot work on it unless it is approved. Okay, so first it needs to be approved, then it will come to your queue. Okay, and this work procedure is related to, let's say, big companies. Okay, big companies, or let's say you are working on a corporate, this work procedure will be there. If you are working on a small company or small team, or there is a very limited scope of the work process are defined, so directly you can do the changes, there is no issue to that. Okay, so if your team is, let's say, whenever you are going to work, okay, when you are working in a small team, or let's say there is a limited team is there, or there is no such let's say restrictions are there, so you can directly, whenever you are receiving a ticket, directly you can create anything, you can change anything, there will be no approval process will be there. This is also a scenario is there. So don't say like that we have we have studied this much of things, but there is no process, directly we are changing anything. In some of the cases it might be the scenario, but in the most of the cases there will be a approval process for a CR. And whenever you are explaining in the interview, you have to explain this process only. Okay, if someone is asking you, then they need to understand a process. Okay, they need to know that there is a process, you have been following the process, so that you can adhere the standard. Okay, what are the standards are there, you can maintain that. Okay, because this is very important. Okay, for the client's perspective and from the IT company perspective, this is very important to maintain the standard. Okay. So now once the approval is there, means your delivery manager or let's say your service owner, they are approving this, then you can assign the ticket, then you can start working on it. Okay. So before you are going to change some of the data, you need to take a approval from your team lead or let's say whoever is your uh, lead or senior let's say senior consultant or whoever is from your team, and they are having the authority to approve. Okay. So you can just ask for their approval that I am going to start this change, please approve. Okay. So then they will be approving you. How they can approve? So there are a couple of methods are there. Either they can approve it on the ticketing tool or where you are working on the let's say CR tickets. Let's say they are working with let's say any kind of ticketing tool, they can approve it over there. Or there is a process in the SAP itself. If they are integrating some other third party tools, they can approve it there. Or directly you can mention that email approval. This is very appropriate if you don't know about any tools, or if they might ask you anything on the ticketing tool on the approval, how you are taking, how the approval goes there, so they might ask you different question. So on a simple basis, you can tell whenever we receive a issue, then we email our team member who is having the authority to approve that one. So they will be approving that thing, and we will be uploading that in the ticketing tool. So in the ticketing tool, you have to mention, there will be some um, data will be there where you can mention the approvals. So you can mention their names over there, and their names should be populating over there. Okay. So this is the first thing. Before starting the change, you can do this thing. You can ask your team member to approve for this change. Okay. So once you are receiving the approval, then you can go for the change. Let's take this example. You are going to close a purchase order. Okay. So before closing the purchase order, or before starting to close the purchase order, you have to take a approval from your team. Okay. So once they're approving you, you can go to the table, you can maintain the data. Okay. Then you can take the approval from your team member again. Okay. Because directly we are changing this into the production, not in the other servers. So directly we are changing this in the production. So directly first you have to take approval before starting, and after the job has been finished, or let's say after the change has been finished, then you have to ask for your team member to approve it. So I have maintained this data, please verify or please confirm. So they will be checking and they will be confirming, okay, this thing has been done. Then you have to take a approval from the business, means from the user who has raised the issue. So they will be checking in the system and they will be confirming, okay, the purchase order has been closed. Okay. So once you are getting the approval from the business, so you can go for the closure of the CR. Okay. This is a standard CR process. Understood this process or any doubt?
Understood, sir. Sir, as you told, like closing of PO, correct?
Mm,
So, can it come under CR,
yes, it will be
like
under
change?
CR. Yes, it will be
Okay.
a standard CR or SR will be there.
So, sir, like, okay, so user has raised the request like to close the PO.
Mm,
So, how can we differentiate like it is a normal incident or it is lie under CR category?
see, any data needs to be changed, it is a CR.
Okay,
Incident,
if there is
incident level.
requirement of any change.
Yes. So incident
Okay.
level, we can only investigate. Okay. Let's say they are asking you, I'm not able to save the PO, or I'm not able to, let's say they are saying that I am not able to save the PO. Okay. Let's take an example. So in that case, first you need to check what is the issue. You need to investigate. So let's say you found out that there is a ERS indicator is there selected and there is no tax code. That's why it is giving them an error that you need to input the tax related information. It is mandatory. Okay. So now if they want to change the ERS indicator, or if they want to add the tax code, so you have to just suggest them, like, enter the tax code if you are selecting the ERS indicator. Okay. Now if they say that no, we don't know the ERS indicator, we want to change it, we want to remove it, so you can ask them to remove the ERS indicator and save. Okay, that is one process. Let's say in the second time you are saying remove the ERS indicator, and they are saying we don't have the access to remove the ERS indicator, they have already created the purchase order, they don't have the access, so they are asking you to change. Okay, so then you can ask them for a CR. So any data, any single point, any single, let's say, comma, full stop also you want to change, that should be a CR. Okay. Incident
Okay,
label,
okay.
we will not change any data, we will not change any
We
data, we can
we just
suggest or,
guide, yeah,
yeah, we can
suggest
suggest,
or
or we
guide
can,
the user.
yeah, we can guide them to change those. Okay, there is no issue. So only investigation in the incident ticket, there is no change, we cannot change any data, we should not change any data in any incident ticket. If there is a CR ticket, or if we need to change anything, then we need to ask them for a CR ticket. Okay.
Okay.
So this is the standard CR ticket, or this is a let's say SR ticket, service request or standard CR process. Directly we will do it in the production server. Okay. Now, so now let's say there is a minor CR process. So what is a minor CR process? So we can categorize the CR. Let's first conclude that thing. So CR we can distribute it in three ways. First one is a standard CR, okay, or a SR process. Second one is a minor CR process. Third one is a major CR process. Okay. So now what is a minor CR process? Let's say small changes you need to create. Let's say you need to create a purchase organization, or let's say you want to change any kind of name of the storage location or name of the plants. These kind of small thing you want to change, but these things will be done in the development server. Directly in the production you cannot change it, or you cannot create it, you have to do it from the development system. Okay. So you have to do it in the development system, but there will be no much impact on the system, means on the other processes or other systems in it. Let's say you want to change the plant name, there will be no issues on the table label or any kind of other things are there, there will be no impact on that one. It is a simple change. Okay. Let's say you want to create a purchase organization, you have to just create a purchase organization, and you have to do the requirement, or you have to do the procurement with respect to that purchase organization. It will be not impacting on the other things. Okay. Let's say you want to change the, okay, so for these things you have to change it in from the development system, but there will be not much impact on the other table label or other scenarios on this. You just changing some minor data, or you are creating some new data, but this is not, let's say, impacting any other systems. Okay, or any other functions or anything, it is not impacting, you are just creating some data in the system. Okay. So this is called a minor CR. What is a major CR? So major CRs will be there where the process or where the functions are changed. Okay. Let's say you will create a new output type. Okay. So if you are creating a new output type, that output type needs to be triggered for all of the subsequent functions, so that will be impacting on the functionality of the system. Okay. Let's say you will create a new pricing procedure, so that pricing procedure will be applicable for some of the process, so it will be impacting a function or a process. Okay. So it will be, some table data will be maintained, some that table data will be impacting on some other data. Okay. Let's say there is a custom development is there, you are going to let's say change some of the smart forms. Okay. Or let's say you want to change some of the uh, let's say in on any screen you want to give a development. Okay, so in a screen, let's say you want to add some field, or you want to show some fields, or you want to develop some of the logics, or you want to change some of the logic which is impacting your basic functionality. Okay, so that is called a major change when it will be impact on other scenarios. Okay, that is called a major change. When a process change will be there, so that will be a major change process. Minor change process, you are just maintaining the data, you are creating some of the data, but that will not impact on the other scenarios or other functionality. Okay, so this we can categorize under three sections under CR. Okay, understood or any doubts?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Understood, sir.
Okay, so first thing we have already discussed about the standard CR or the, let's say, SR process. So second thing, what is the minor CR process? So minor CR process, as we have discussed, so minor CR process is you are just creating some of the data, but that will not impact anything. So now there is one more working procedure or working process for that one. So whenever there is a CR ticket has been created, let's say a minor CR, so it will be categorized under minor CR. So whenever there will be a CR, similarly there will be approval process will be there. First there will be approval from your delivery manager or from your service owner. Service owner means who is the head of your IT team. Okay, so they will be approving, or let's say there is a delivery manager is there who is handling the team, total team, who is handling it, who is responsible for all of their activities. They might be approving those CR. Okay, so once they are approving it, it will come to your queue. Now, once it is coming to your queue, you can discuss this issue, or you can discuss this change with the, let's say, with the end users who are creating this change or who needs this change. You can just ask them, you can just check with them to get the, let's say, to get the requirement. Okay, so to get the requirement, so you have to take the requirement from the team, like what is the requirement, why they want to, let's say they want to change a storage location name, what is the need of changing the storage location, or they want to change some plan name, what is the need of changing the storage location. If they want to create a new purchase organization, what is the need of the creating new purchasing organization, why they want to create a new purchasing organization, what is the functionality, why they are not using the old one. So you need to get all, you need to gather all of this information. Okay, once you are gathering all of the information as per the requirement, you can try to create a FS, functional specification, you can try to create. So there you can maintain, this is the requirement, this is why we are changing this thing. So before it was used like this, or before it was maintained like this, and as per this change we are going to change it to this thing. Okay, let's say, let's take an example of only address change. So let's say you can change it, you can mention that there is a change in the legal entity, or there is a change in the, let's say, address for this one. So that's why we are changing this address to this one. There is a update due to demographic update or something, you can mention any of the reasons are there, you can mention, you can create a FS and you can write the FS. Okay, now once you are done with the FS, you are done with the requirement gathering, then you can move for the changes. Okay, where you can do the changes, you have to do the changes in the development system. Minor CR or major CR, you will be going to start the change from the development system. Standard CR, or let's say the SR process, directly you can do it in the production system. Okay, so once you are going for the changes, starting for the changes, again you have to ask for the approval from your team member. So this is the change, I want to go for this, maintaining this data, please approve. Okay, over email you can just send this information, they will be approving. Okay. Okay, so once you are getting the approval, then you can do the change in the development system, then you can test it over there, you can check it over there, like UT, unit testing, you can do it over there. Then you can move this to the quality. Okay, Once you are moving this to quality, then you have to do the SIT over there. Okay, you have to do the SIT. You have to test it, system integration test. SIT means system integration test. So you have to perform the test over there. Then you have to ask the business user to test in the quality environment. That is called a UAT process, user acceptance testing. Okay, you have to ask them for UAT. They will do the UAT and they will give you the approval. Okay, it is working fine, or whatever requirement was there, it is maintained as like that. Okay, so once you are getting the UAT approval, let's say there is an email approval from them, you have to ask the basis team to move the transport to the production. Okay, there will be a transport will be created in the from the development to quality. So you have to ask the basis team to move the configuration or move the TR to the production system once you are receiving the UAT approval. Okay, unless you are having a UAT approval, don't move it to the production system. Once you are having the approval, then you have to move it to the production. Once you are having it in the production, then again you have to ask your team member. Okay, you have to ask your team member to confirm that the changes are there in the production system. How they can check it? They can check it through the TR number. They can check. Okay, they can check it if the productions are available in the production system. Then once it is available in the production system, then again you have to ask the business for their approval. So we have moved this to the production system. Please check and let us know if it is working fine. Once they are giving you the approval, then you can go for the closure of the CR. Okay, then you can go for the closure of the CR. So this is a minor change process. Understood this one?
Yes, sir, understood.
Okay, so major change process, I'm not going to explain it today because no one is there. So maybe they will be having some questions on the minor and standard change process. Okay, so we will connect again on tomorrow and we will be discussing the major change process. Okay.
Okay, sir. Sir,
Okay.
I have a question
Yes.
regarding the previous incident. Like you have shared some incidents and also one SDMM integration related issue.
Mm.
So just want to ask like FIMM integration. This OBYC settings were come in incident in real time.
No,
Like
mostly
some
it will.
transaction key are missing.
No, mostly it will not come. See, this OBYC settings have been done in the implementation project itself. Okay, so there will be no new transaction key will be created or anything. It is a standard process. So everything is a standard. It will be configured in the implementation itself. So in the support project, there is very least probability that you are getting a OBYC error. Okay.
So if an interviewer asks like, have you got any issue with the like uh, FIMM integration?
FIMM integrations are there are different points are there. Let's say the tax code, tax information that are there. Let's say any kind of pricing error are there. Let's say there are multiple issues are there. Let's say you are whenever you are doing the GR or whenever in the purchase order you are giving a price. So in the dummy server what you are giving a whole price, let's say 10 rupees, 20 rupees, 30 rupees, likewise you are mentioning, right? But in the real time scenario how it will happen, let's say I'm having $0.1, $0.2, $0.3. In some time what will happen, those kind of fraction values will create a issue in the invoice. So there will be no matching with the like invoice price will not match with the GR price, or let's say PO price, it will not match in sometimes. Or let's say whenever you are going for a reversal, there will be some balances will be left out. So these kind of issues you might face in the real times issue. Okay, this is the let's say FI and integration issue. But the transaction code issue, most of the time you will be not getting those kind of issues. Okay,
Okay, so
there are other issues are there, but you will not get this OBYC settings issue, you will not get those kind of things. Okay. Okay, able to get my point, right?
yes, sir, got it.
Okay. Okay, fine, then we will be connecting again on tomorrow same time. Okay.
Okay, sir.
Okay,
Thank you.
okay, yeah, bye.